Okay folks, I'm going to tell you a variation on the Junction Shrimp. Now, the hook I have in the vise is a size 10 Partridge Patriot double. The thread that I'm going to use to tie the fly is uni thread 80 in red. So I'm just going to come in and get a couple of turns started behind the eye of the hook. Just run on a few turns, thread, remove the waist tag. Now the tag and the rib on both halves of the fly is going to be an oval gold tinsel and small. So of a length here. So I'm just going to offer this up underneath the hook, round with a turn to hold, a couple of turns to secure. Then I'm going to bring the oval gold underneath the hook. Then I'm going to run this down. I'm just going to bring it down until my thread's in line with the, once I let the bobbin go, the thread's in line with the point of the hook. And then I'm going to come round with 4 turns of the oval gold tinsel. And the 5th turn, bring it up then between the hook. Now, you don't have to put a tag on. A couple of turns to secure. I just feel that the fly lasts a wee bit longer when you put a wee tag at the back. Now the tail is just going to be orange bucktail, and I've some just taken off the tail here. So just a wee small pinch of orange bucktail, and you can have this as long as you like. But I'm going to have it twice the length of the hook over the back. Then I'm going to come around with a pinching loop and a couple of turns just to hold it in position. And then I'm going to come in and just trim the excess in a bit of a tapered cut. Right, square them off a wee bit. Just cut them a wee bit too long there. That's a bit better now. Now I'm going to put a bit of flesh in the tail, and this is just orange micro flesh, just 2 strands. Just going to offer it up. Just going to fold it back. Now I'm going to leave all 4 strands in. Just going to cut the other 2 strands the length of the tail, just a wee bit longer. Then I want to just run my thread up. I just want to make sure I'm tanning the tail because I want to try and keep the body as level as I possibly can. Body's going to be in 2 halves. Back half is bright yellow floss, and then the front half is black floss. So I'm just going to come down to there, and then I'm going to come in with my oval gold tinsel again and just catch it in underneath, bring it underneath the hook, and just run my thread down now. Just want to bring the thread down tight up against the tail and the tag. Just get that bit of flesh to sit in there. Now, rear body, bright yellow floss, just uni floss and bright yellow. Just take a strand of this off. And we'll offer it up, remember with a turn to hold, and just pull it in much the length of the first part of the body. Then we'll just run that up to there. Now, there's a couple of wee strands here, one that goes away. And then we're just going to come around with our yellow floss. And you're just looking one turn touching the other. Don't want to overlap it, just one turn touching the other is plenty. Up to there, follow it around with the thread, a couple of turns to hold. Right, just come in and trim away the excess. Then we can bring up our rib. You're looking 3 turns of the oval gold onto the body up to there. 1 turn to hold, a couple of turns to secure. Come in, trim away. Now, at this point, just let me take this wee fibre there off. At this point, you've a decision to make. You can have the mid hackle orange or white. So it's up to you what you want to do. Now, I'm going to put the orange on first, just to just to show you. It's not a fly. I would maybe have one or two of these in my box, but you know, wouldn't be any more than that. So I'm just looking at a nice hackle here. Just want to get a nice hackle for it. Right, there's one there. So I'm just going to come in, stroke back the fibres to reveal the tip. After the tip up to the hook, one turn to hold, another turn to secure, come in, fold back the tip, just tie in up over the tip and the hackle. Now, see if you can get into the habit of doing that. That hackle will have to literally break off, can't pull out. Now, just going to come around with one turn in front of the other, and the turns of hackle are up to you. It's also dictated by the fibre of the feather that you're using, but I don't like to put in any more than 3 turns, so that's going to be plenty for me there. Follow it around with my thread, get a turn in to hold, a couple of turns to secure. Now just going to come in and strip off. Well, this is just a wee bit more time consuming, but you want your fly to last. Last thing you want is to be at the vise, middle of the fishing season. So I'm going to bring it down to there, keep the thread tight and break away the stem. Right, on the way back down, I'm going to tie in a rib again. That's just going to be another length of the oval gold tinsel. So we'll offer it underneath, a couple of turns, bring it underneath the hook. Then I'm just going to bring the thread down tight up against the mid hackle. Front body, Unifloss in black. Just take a strand of this off. Offer it up to your hook, and all I do is just come round with a turn. Just pull it into length, and then run your thread up, tying this in nice and tight. And then just bring your floss round. Now you want to, just one wee favour there, you want one nice clean tight turn onto the middle hackle, and then just one turn touching the other up the body to there, one turn to hold, a couple of turns to secure, come in and just nip away the excess. Then we can bring up our rib, much like the rear body. 3 turns of the oval gold tinsel is plenty. Onto the front body to there, follow it across with your thread. No, not happy with that, that tinsel slipped. So I'm just going to go back. If I'm not happy, if you're not happy, always go back. Don't continue to tie the fly, just slipped. When I get up to this point, around with my thread, one turn to hold, a couple of turns to secure. Come in and trim away the excess. Front hackle, it's just going to be a white, it's just a white, natural white Chinese cock hackle. Right. Just want to get a nice feather off for a front hackle. So I'm just going to do much like we did with the middle hackle. Stroke back the fibres to reveal the tip. Offer it up the hook, one turn to hold, another turn to secure, fold back the tip, and just bring your thread turns back up over the tip and the hackle. Come in, locate the tip, you can break it away. I'll come in with my scissors, stroke the end back, and then you're just looking one turn in front of the other. Much like the middle hackle, turns are up to you. It's your fly. Right. I usually always like to try and get 3 in as a minimum. It's just how I like to dress my patterns and have confidence in facing them, so that's enough for me there. So I'm going to come around with a turn to hold, and a couple of turns to secure. Now just want to check this hackle. Now I'm going to fold this back. Still enough for me to fold back, so I'm just going to come in and fold everything back. Just bring your thread up over the haggle stem, tan it in. This makes for a really strong fly. And like I say, you don't want to be tan flies in the middle of fishing season, so keep the thread tight and break away the stem. Now, that's it. That's the fly. You don't have to put jungle cock on, but I like my jungle cock on my flies, so I'm going to put on 2 jungle cock eyes here. Now, you're just going to see the undersides. That's them there. Now, I'm just going to say to you folks, see if you don't have jungle cock, it's very expensive, don't run out to buy it. That's the original pattern there. So, but I'm just going to add the jungle cock on as a bit of an extra. Now, I don't take the fluff away at the bottom. I just move it out down to get a tan in point. It's going to offer these up to the hook. Just come around and hold them. And then I'm just going to come around and take a couple of turns. Now, just want to see what way I'm sitting here. See the length. That one's just a wee tad long, so I'm just going to come in and just put it in a wee bit. Okay, now I'm happy enough with that. So what I want to do is I'm just going to come in, just want to have another wee look, just to make sure I'm happy. Okay, happy with that. Just being a wee bit fussy there, sorry, but just want to make sure that they're right. Then I'm going to come down with nice tight turns just to secure them in, and then I'm going to fold everything back, fold the stems back. Just bring your thread up over the stems of the jungle cock, and you're creating your head here at the same time, so don't be shy with the head. You want a nice bright red head on the fly. Now, keeping your thread tight, just going to come in, break away the stems of the jungle cock. If you can break them away, I'll just give you a far cleaner cut. Still keeping the thread tight, just come in with my whip finishing tool and just the one whip finish. Put the thread nice and tight, come in, trim away the thread. Now, just to seal everything up, the first coat on the head, some super glue. Just the whole way right round. Don't want to touch your haggles. Like the way I just did. Try not to touch the haggles. Right, the whole way right round. Then once that's dry, I'll come in a couple of coats of varnish onto the head just to brighten it up and make it more durable. But there you go, guys. So that's just a variation on the Junction shrimp. Tie a few up and hopefully then catch you a few fish.